Ben here with the Point by Patrol. Today we're going to be looking at some of the items that I bought for my upcoming build for my FL5 Civic Type R. Okay, so we're going to start with the elephant in the room, and that's the 271 Curo that I have right here. It's an absolutely beautiful turbo, and much larger than factory. And there are a couple of reasons that I chose this over the MHI turbo, for example. One of the big reasons here is that this is point milled instead of flank milled, and that means that this not only weighs less, but it's more efficiency, the actual wheel that I'm turning right now. This is also a ball bearing turbo. It's not a journal bearing turbo, so it's going to spool much quicker. And so I'm really excited to see how that turns out. I've got a built bottom end on the way. It's a 4-piston short block, and this paired with that I think are going to do very nicely. So a couple other things here. I've got the titanium hardware set, and this is from Two Step Performance, as well as some of their engine dress up. And these are made out of titanium, and I wish that I had made this my first modification on the car. Reason being, I already snapped a turbo stud on one of my turbos, or on my turbo, I should say. And it took me almost half a day to drill that out and to get it reinstalled in the car. And it was just an absolute nightmare. You don't have to worry about that happening with these because they cannot rust. So if you're planning on modifying your car at all, think about the future. Pick up a set of these. Two Step Performance keeps these in stock. Next up, I've got the Extreme Duty head studs here. These are the 625 plus Extreme Duty head studs. Should do nicely for clamping the head down. We're also going to be upgrading the valve train. I've got the Ferrea valve train kit here. I'm only going with springs for now. I'm going to use the stock valves, but this will give me the capability of revving pretty darn high. And in the event of, a money shift, mechanical over rev, these will hold up to that. The bottom end doesn't really mind so much. It's the head that you've got to worry about with valve float. You could also break a valve if you're not careful. So this set will do nicely. These are titanium retainers, really tough valve springs, and the full kit just looks really nice. Going with the XDI 1400cc injectors, and I think that'll balance things out. I'm not going for really big power, so it didn't make sense to go with the 2000cc injectors. And then I'm going with the XDI Extreme DI high pressure fuel pump, and that guy's going to get me all the fuel I need. I plan on drilling out the line myself, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously we're going to have to do some data logging and that sort of thing just to make sure that everything worked out fine there, but this is a really good foundation build right here, primarily for reliability and response. The block that's coming in, the short block, it's an 850 horsepower block. I only plan to run that at maybe about 400 to 425 horsepower, so really only about half of what it's capable of performing to. And that's really going to cut down, like the motor's not even going to be stressing, we'll put it that way. So I'll be able to put out really healthy numbers on the track, and from an efficiency standpoint and from a reliability standpoint, I'll be able to trust these components. So if anybody else is interested in building their engine, I'd probably start here. And then the next place I'd probably stop is Two Step Performance. They were able to supply all of these parts here. They had them in stock, and I had them in 2 days. So if you haven't, check them out, and keep posted on the channel, because I'll be making videos during my progress of getting everything built and getting that short block assembled, and then hitting the track with it and seeing what it can really do.